You know, it feels like we aren't just talking about replacing a few HDMI cables with extenders anymore. That's old news.
Oh, completely. We're well past that.
Today, it really feels like we're watching the traditional big iron matrix switch just dissolve in favor of the network itself.
It's a total mindset shift.
And that's why we're digging into the Kramer KDS-DEC6 video decoder today, which we sourced from HDTV Supply. It really feels like a sign of how mature AV over IP has become.
It is. It's the move from circuit-based thinking to packet-based thinking. Your matrix isn't a box in a rack anymore.
The network switch is the matrix.
Exactly. And this KDS-DEC6, it sits right in that sweet spot between, high-end video and actual manageable IT infrastructure.
Okay, so let's get into the specs. It handles 4K at 60 Hz, which is great. But I noticed the datasheet specifically flags 4.2.0 chroma subsampling. That sounds like a deliberate choice.
It's a very deliberate and I think a very smart trade-off. I mean, if you were doing, say, medical imaging or something, you might want more color information. But for digital signage, for a sports bar,
You want the motion.
you absolutely want the 60 Hz motion fluidity. And this lets you get that without completely crushing a standard 1 gigabit network link. The peak byte rate is around 850 megabits per second.
Right, so you still have headroom on the network for other traffic, assuming you've got your multicast set up properly. And of course, it's got to be HDCP 2.2 compliant.
Well, that's just table stakes now, isn't it? If you're plugging in a modern Apple TV or a Blu-ray player, you need that digital handshake.
Or nothing shows up.
You just get a black screen. For me, the more critical piece is that it supports both unicast and multicast using RTSP. That's the flexibility.
And that flexibility is what gets you to the insane scaling they're talking about. I mean, we're not talking about a 16 by 16 box.
No.
This thing supports video walls up to 256 screens.
You could do a whole building lobby with these. As long as your switch fabric can keep up, the system just scales.
The scale is one thing, but you were saying the real magic is somewhere else.
Yeah, for me, the real utility isn't just decoding the video, it's the virtualization layer. This box tunnels RS-232, IR, and even USB right over the same IP network.
Okay, that is a huge deal for any installer. You're extending the entire control system over one cable.
Precisely. Your source equipment can be locked in a server room 3 floors down, but you can still aim a remote at a screen or use a control panel.
And the command just travels over the network with the video.
It completely decouples the hardware's location from the user's location.
Speaking of decoupling things, let's talk about power. Power over Ethernet.
That solves such a nightmare.
Right.
Imagine you're mounting, say, 20 of these decoders behind a huge video wall. You do not want 20 separate power bricks, all generating heat, all needing an outlet.
No, it's a mess.
Pulling clean power right from the network switch, it just streamlines the whole physical installation.
So let's look at where this sits in the market. We pulled our info from HDTV Supply, and there's a pretty interesting pricing story here. The MSRP is up around $980, but the actual street price is closer to $784.
And that's a pretty aggressive price point for this level of pro gear. It tells you the market for these IP components is becoming stable, it's maturing.
And it helps that a vendor like HDTV Supply has been around for, 25 years?
Yeah.
They have a solid reputation, so you know the gear is available.
Yeah, you're not fighting for parts anymore like you were a few years ago.
So if we step all the way back, what the KDS-DEC6 really proves is that video is, well, it's just another data type now. It's not special anymore.
That's the whole takeaway.
Yeah.
You're in a software-defined world. The hardware is just the on-ramp and the off-ramp for the data. The network does all the intelligent work.
Which brings up a final kind of provocative thought. As we all get more and more comfortable treating 4K video as just another stream of packets, are we watching the beginning of the end for the dedicated video cable entirely, at least in commercial spaces? Is it all just going to be Cat6 and fiber from now on?
It really is starting to look that way.
Definitely something to think about on your next big project. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.